Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to tell about a story which is called Panda Park Parade, Penny's Float Fiesta. Enjoy it. Once upon a sunny day in Panda Park, where the grass was as green as emeralds and the trees swayed gently in the breeze, lived a playful panda named Penny. Penny was known throughout the park for her creative ideas and her cheerful spirit. She loved nothing more than bringing joy to her friends in the park. One morning, as Penny skipped through the park, she noticed colorful posters plastered on the trees and poles. Panda Park Parade coming soon, they announced in big, bold letters. Penny's eyes sparkled with excitement. She had heard about the annual parade, where animals from all over the park gathered to showcase their talents and creativity. And this year, Penny decided she was going to be a part of it. Penny dashed home to her cozy den, her mind buzzing with ideas. She rummaged through her collection of ribbons, paints, and feathers until she found her old wooden wagon tucked away in a corner. "This will be perfect for my parade float," she exclaimed. With a burst of inspiration, Penny began sketching designs for her float. She envisioned a magical garden filled with fluttering butterflies, blooming flowers, and twinkling fairy lights. "It's going to be the most dazzling float Panda Park has ever seen," she declared to herself. As the days passed, Penny worked tirelessly on her float, pouring her heart and soul into every detail. She painted delicate petals on cardboard flowers, strung colorful streamers from the wagon's sides, and even crafted a shimmering canopy out of golden fabric. Her friends in the park watched in awe as Penny's float began to take shape. But as the parade drew nearer, doubts crept into Penny's mind. What if her float wasn't good enough? What if she couldn't finish it in time? What if she let her friends down? With a deep breath, Penny pushed aside her fears and focused on her dream of spreading joy through the park. She knew that with a little determination and a lot of imagination, anything was possible. And so, with renewed determination, Penny worked through the day and into the night, adding the finishing touches to her float. Finally, as the sun dipped below the horizon on the eve of the parade, Penny stepped back to admire her creation. It was more beautiful than she had ever imagined. With a heart full of excitement and anticipation, Penny tucked herself into bed, ready for the adventure that awaited her at the Panda Park Parade. Little did she know, the best was yet to come. The morning of the Panda Park Parade dawned bright and clear, with the sun casting a warm golden glow over the park. Excitement buzzed through the air as animals of all shapes and sizes gathered at the parade starting point, each adorned in their most colorful costumes and decorations. Penny woke with a start, her heart racing with anticipation. Today was the day she had been waiting for, the day she would unveil her masterpiece to the world. With a skip in her step, Penny bounded out of her den and made her way to the parade lineup. As she approached the bustling crowd, Penny's eyes widened in amazement. Everywhere she looked, she saw floats adorned with sparkling lights, intricate designs, and bursts of vibrant colors. From towering castles to whimsical carousels, each float was more magnificent than the last. But amidst the excitement and chaos, Penny couldn't shake the nervous flutter in her stomach. What if her float didn't measure up to the others? What if she forgot her choreographed dance routine? What if she stumbled and fell in front of everyone? Just as doubt threatened to consume her, Penny felt a gentle paw on her shoulder. She turned to see her friend Leo the lion smiling reassuringly at her. "You've worked so hard on your float, Penny," he said. "Don't worry about what anyone else thinks. Just be yourself and have fun." Penny's fears melted away at Leo's words of encouragement. Taking a deep breath, she squared her shoulders and stepped onto her float, ready to embark on the adventure of a lifetime. As the parade began, Penny's float glided gracefully down the winding path, drawing gasps of awe and admiration from the crowd. Children cheered and waved from the sidelines, their faces lighting up with delight as they caught sight of Penny's magical garden. With each step, Penny felt a surge of confidence coursing through her veins. She danced and twirled to the music, her fur ruffling in the gentle breeze as she waved to her friends along the way. But as the parade route wound its way through the park, disaster struck. A sudden gust of wind sent Penny's shimmering canopy toppling to the ground, scattering petals and ribbons in its wake. Panic surged through Penny as she watched her carefully crafted float begin to unravel before her eyes. Before she could despair, however, her friends sprang into action. Leo and his strong lion friends rushed to Penny's side, lifting the fallen canopy back into place with their mighty paws. Meanwhile, Lily the rabbit and her nimble bunny companions darted around, gathering up stray decorations and reattaching them to the float. With teamwork and determination, Penny's float was restored to its former glory in no time. And as she continued down the parade route, surrounded by her loyal friends and supporters, Penny realized that the true magic of the parade wasn't in the perfection of her float, but in the love and friendship that surrounded her. As the parade drew to a close, Penny's float crossed the finish line to thunderous applause. Tears of joy welled up in Penny's eyes as she was swept up in a sea of hugs and cheers from her friends. Despite the bumps and challenges along the way, Penny's float had brought happiness to everyone in Panda Park, and that was all that mattered. With her heart overflowing with happiness, Penny knew that she had experienced something truly special. And as she watched the sun set over Panda Park, painting the sky in shades of pink and gold, she couldn't help but feel grateful for the adventure she had shared with her friends. As the last notes of the parade's closing song faded into the air, the park erupted into a joyful celebration. Animals of all species danced and laughed together, their spirits lifted by the magic of the day. From the tiniest insects to the largest mammals, everyone had played a part in making the Panda Park Parade a success. Penny beamed with pride as she basked in the glow of the festivities. Her float may have had its mishaps along the way, but in the end, it had brought the community together in a way she never could have imagined. And as she looked around at the smiling faces of her friends, Penny knew that she had made memories that would last a lifetime. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm, golden light over the park, Penny gathered with her friends for a special post-parade picnic. Underneath the twinkling stars and the gentle rustle of leaves, they feasted on delicious treats and shared stories of their favorite moments from the day. "It was so amazing to see all the floats and costumes," exclaimed Lily, her eyes shining with excitement. "And Penny, your float was absolutely breathtaking. I felt like I was walking through a fairy tale." Penny blushed at the praise, feeling a warm glow of happiness spreading through her chest. "Thank you, Lily," she replied, her voice filled with gratitude. "But I couldn't have done it without all of you. You're the ones who made today truly special." Leo nodded in agreement, his mane shimmering in the moonlight. "That's right, Penny," he said. "No matter what challenges we faced along the way, we always had each other's backs. And that's what friendship is all about." As the evening wore on and the stars began to twinkle overhead, Penny couldn't help but feel a sense of contentment wash over her. The Panda Park Parade had been more than just a day of fun and excitement, it had been a journey of self-discovery, teamwork, and, above all, love. And as Penny nestled into her cozy den later that night, surrounded by the soft sounds of the park coming to life outside, she knew that she would always cherish the memories of her float fiesta. For in the end, it wasn't the perfection of her float that mattered, but the joy it had brought to her friends and the bonds of friendship that had grown stronger along the way. With a smile on her face and a heart full of happiness, Penny drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the adventures that awaited her in the magical world of Panda Park. I hope you enjoy listening to Panda Park Parade, Penny's Float Fiesta.